Hey guys, I'm going to start this 1978 Chevy C10 truck that goes by the name of Billy James. It's been a few days sitting in here in this crowded garage full of junk, parts. I'm a parts hoarder. All I've done is connect the battery up and that's it. So hopefully I got a good connection. I can hear the clock working, so I think I do. Oh boy. Get this thing sitting here right. See how I'm still getting used to this truck. It's got a new to me used motor, 350, and it's got a practically brand new 400 turbo transmission. The motor and transmission, let me start all over by saying this truck did not come with a motor and transmission when I bought it. I put a used motor and transmission in out of another Chevrolet truck, parts truck I had, and never drove the truck or nothing myself. I just bought it from a friend, and he said the motor would run and everything, and he never drove it either. So I bought the whole truck. I've used a bunch of parts off the whole truck, and the motor and transmission wasn't really any good. Transmission was really weak, and the motor had a little ticking noise. If you're not familiar with it, just go back several videos. You can see this when I had this truck for sale. Anyway, I'm telling everybody all about it. So let's see what this new motor does, how quick it starts. Give it a couple of pumps. Can't beat that. Man, it is hot out here, humid. I just got off the phone with my friend Charlie, and that's GM 1038's dad. His name is Charlie. We used to work together, and we was talking about how hot it is. It's just, I live in East Tennessee, and it's just extremely humid right now. Just standing outside, you just start sweating. But I'll take that over cold any day. Any day. Let it warm up for just a minute. Just bear with me. Kind of showing you around the truck. Okay, let's back it up. Boy, that old transmission that was in here would not have went into gear that quick. I used to have to let it warm up a little bit before I could even move it. Hang on a minute, I gotta move this mirror. Oh, okay, good deal. Just gonna back it up a little bit. I bought some, hang on, let me maneuver this truck. Okay guys, I didn't want to hit anything in the garage. It's kind of a tight fit thanks to me filling it full of parts. I had a YouTube subscriber that we joke around all the time, and he was saying he'd like to hear the motor run if I would just hush and let him hear it. So there you go. This old truck has never run since I've had it, never run as good as it does now. Once again, I want to thank GM 1038 on YouTube for putting the motor and transmission in this truck. It saved its life. Saved its life. Because this thing just didn't really want to run. There was something ticking in the motor, tick, 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 tick. And like I said, the transmission was really weak as a 400 turbo, but Brian, that's my friend, GM 1038. Be sure to check his channel out. He's got a really good channel, and I appreciate it if you check him out. Tell him you heard about him from Primer at His Best. If you would, I'd appreciate it. Anyway, he was saying he thought maybe one of the pumps or something was bad in the transmission, maybe needed more seals and stuff, and he had this practically brand new 400 turbo in a big block truck that he had sitting out in the field. So I bought it, and he was kind enough to sell it to me and put the motor and transmission in. So Billy James is alive and well for the moment, or well, for now. Let me turn this off. Gas is pretty high. If you didn't know, I'm retired and I'm on a fixed income. So this is my 88 OBS truck, Sam. We always name our trucks. If you're new to the channel, that's Sam. Billy James, of course, S10 Ranger because of the Corvette rallies, and that's my 07 Silverado truck that goes by the name of Coffee. I've got lots of videos on these trucks if you're interested. I went to the store today. I've been trying to match up paint. I don't want something really bright, and I'm thinking maybe this might be the ticket. I got a, I don't know what color you'd actually call this. It's Rust-Oleum, clean metal primer, used on bare, painted, or lightly rusted metal for the ultimate finish. So, I mean, I don't care nothing about that. I just want the color. Okay, my plan that I'm going to get around to, it won't be today, but I'm going to, all these places here, I'm going to try to bring it out. I'm going to put Penetrol on it. That's my whole goal, put Penetrol on this truck. But I was wanting to, what I'll have to do, I'm thinking like I done my other trucks that I have several old square bodies that I have here at home, and hopefully I'm going to do this like the rest of them. I'm going to wind up getting some brown and black paint. See, here's my plan. I know I'll get I'll get to the plan here in a minute. I'm fixing to get to it. See, that's kind of got some black in it, and this has some brown in it, black and brown. So I'm thinking, as I'm talking to y'all, when I put Penetrol on this, this is really going to stand out. It's going to look good. I love this look. I'm in the Patina style shop truck. So I think I'm going to, when I get ready for it, I'm going to spray paint some brown and black in here, and then I'm going to scrub it down and until I get to the black and brown all the way around this bed, because this bed did not come on the truck. It's another bed from a wreck truck that I bought, and I was glad to get it. I didn't know this at the time, but where you put the gas in, different years, it's on the other side. So I had to find one that had the gas, where you could put the gas in the filler, one for the passenger side. This is a 78, so just so you know. So that's my plan. I thought my wife would be back in a few minutes, and I thought just for the heck of it, I'd go ahead and get me some brown paint or some black. It doesn't matter. I even bought some flat black paint too, because I think I was getting kind of low on it. I should have picked up another brown, but I wasn't thinking. Anyway, I'm going to get me some brown and kind of make these places look a little bit rougher than they are, because I think this bed, I think I mentioned this in an earlier video, that I think this bed has been painted. See how it's kind of, hope I can show you this. See how it's kind of rough, but it's got paint on it. I'm wanting it to look like rust, like it's the original bed. Get out of here. Not y'all, I'm talking to that bug, the sweat bee. Every time I come outside, I get attacked. And this place down here, I think I'm going to paint it, maybe repaint the rocker. Tim Dixon at Gas X Chop Shop fixed all the metal work on it for the most part. I might get him someday if he would fix this. I was against it at first, but I think I might get him to fix that spot. And that's really, I mean, just looking at the truck, I think it's just about it. I mean, that side's good. I mean, it's got a little bit of bubbling, but that's not worth fixing. That's perfect. And maybe paint that. Like I said, redo the rocker, stuff like that. I didn't really have the right color. I got this truck back from Gas Axe Chop Shop, and I think it was late fall of the year. And it was just too dang cold to be painting or anything like that. So that's why it looks like it does. I just rattle can some paint on here, and that's all I ever do, guys, is rattle can. So enough talking, let me get busy. I'll show you what I'm doing here in just a second. Hang in there. Okay, guys, I got me some Rust-Oleum brown paint that kind of looks like rust. Sprayed it in this paper cup, Dixie cup, and hang on a second. Got me a Q-tip. I want to dip it down in here, kind of go over these spots and make it look like rust, because there's no, as you can see, it was rusty before they painted it. So I'm trying to bring all that out. So let's see what we got here. Make it look the best or the worst we can. And then I'll let Mother Nature take over. I don't know, you might find this video interesting as far as what not to do, but this is just what I do. I just try to bring out imperfections. Kind of hard for me to look and make sure y'all are seeing what I'm seeing. I had some brown paint that was even more convincing than this shade of brown, but it wouldn't spray. So I don't know. I might have to go to the store and get me some more. Anyway, man, it is hot out here and this paint is drying really quick. So I'm just kind of dab it on here with my Q-tip, because I can get this Q-tip in places and have more control than using something else. So this is what I use. I mean, y'all use whatever you want to, even if you even want to do this. I don't know. I just like Patina style shop type trucks. So that's just my whole thing. A little bit more here. This is a pretty good size spot. Might have to go over it a couple of times. But see, when I get my steel wool and stuff and start scrubbing, some of the white will come out, and I still have some brown, and it'll look pretty convincing. I know it's hard to tell looking at this, but it'll look pretty convincing that it's maybe never been painted or messed with. I just kind of like a Survivor cars and trucks, or make them look like Survivors. Sorry guys if I messed up not showing you what I'm doing. I'm doing the best I can holding this too. Okay. Yeah, see, there's a layer of paint right there. The thing's been painted before. The bed, I mean. Not Billy James. Nobody's paid much attention to Billy James its whole life, I don't believe. Okay, I kind of got that. I'm going to let that dry. Boy, somebody's mowing a rock in my neighborhood here. I'm trying to find things that kind of takes your eye away from. I'm not doing too good holding the phone and doing this too. Plus, on top of that, I'm talking. That doesn't help. Doing so many things, multitasking. I think that's what they call it. I'm not too good at it. Anyway, this is what I'm doing. That's kind of rusty there. I'll just kind of leave that. I'm looking, today's adventure is I'm looking for imperfections and trying to bring them out. So when I put Penetrol on, it takes a while to do this. I enjoy doing it, but we had to run some errands today, and if I could have got an earlier start instead of being out here in this hot blazing sun. Anyway, I think y'all get the gist of it anyway. See, I like stuff like this. Stuff like this. Paint's been chipped and it's been a work truck. I'm gonna have to get some more, and I bet this stuff's about to dry up. Getting real close. Boy, it is hot in East Tennessee today. But as I said, I'd rather have this as wintertime anytime. I can come out here and what I call play. Man, that's going to be a good spot right there, isn't it? Can you... Guys, it's so bright I can't see. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Ooh, my paper cup's about to blow away. I better set it down here. It's really important to make the tailgate look... I'll have to go over this again, but what I'm saying is it's very important to make the tailgate look kind of rough, because that's in the whole bed, that's probably what gets the most abuse, is the tailgate slamming and shutting and things falling on it and people setting it down to walk on it and all kinds of things. So that's probably the roughest part of a truck that you can, is the tailgate. So I try to make it look as bad as I can without actually hurting it, you know what I mean? I hope I'm not boring you to death. I probably am, and I'm sorry, but this is just what I do. Well, like I said, when I get this dried, I can kind of go over it with some steel wool or Scotch-Brite, and it won't look so bad. Well, I mean, bad, but you know what I mean. Okay, we'll just kind of go around here and see what else we can get into here. Believe it or not, it won't look too bad when I get done playing with it. Some of my videos, I'm sure, are pretty boring to y'all, but I mean, it's just what I'm doing. I've only got really one shot at doing this, because when I put Penetrol on, it's pretty much there to stay. I mean, you know, I can't redo it after that. So okay, there's a spot that might look like it needs a little bit of rust put on it. I might have to get me some black too. I don't like the way that I'd like to do a little bit better right there. And this paint's getting dry, guys. That's tearing my Q-tip up. This thing had a tailgate guard on it. You can see the holes where they've had one on it. Sorry, I should have told you I was slamming the tailgate, and I didn't. Sorry. Hope if you had on there headphones or something, it didn't hurt your ears. Whew. Yeah, this is just about dried up. Let's see, I'll put a little bit right there. See how the Q-tip's kind of getting messed up here, and that's really to my advantage, because it looks more natural if it's not uniform. perfect. Oh, that's perfect. Looks looks better already. What do you think? Y'all's probably thinking I'm some kind of nut. Maybe I am. But I just enjoy doing this kind of stuff. There's a spot right there. I try to find spots that the paint's chipped, which makes it look a little bit more realistic. Little bubbled up spot there. That looks good. That's natural. All this stuff's natural here, so not too bad. I'll fix that when I get my steel wool and go over it. Scratches, I like that. Maybe starting to rust there a little. Okay. Looking good in my eyes. Anyway, you can kind of see what I'm doing. I don't mean to bore you to death. Sorry, I get to thinking about this and then I forget I'm probably boring y'all to death. Let me pause this and I'll get back with you and then I'll show you what I've done. Hang in there. Okay guys, I went and got me a couple of old worn out sanding bricks, blocks, whatever you want to call it. I think they're called Gator. I could be wrong. I think they're called Gator, and they're different. You know, they're different kind of sandpaper on it. I keep the wore out ones because I can kind of take my time, and I kind of know when to stop. If I get real aggressive, I kind of defeat the purpose. So I don't know what grade this is, but I got me some old steel wool too. I'm going to go over this. It should be hopefully dry enough. See what I mean about letting some of the white come through and it looks like it's beginning to rust. I like that look. Like I said, y'all's probably thinking I'm pretty stupid, don't know what I'm doing, stuff like that. That's okay. Whatever you do, if you're not comfortable doing this, that's okay. I'm not comfortable jumping off big bridges or nothing, so I guess it all evens out. That looks okay, I think. The good thing about patina style shop truck kind of stuff is that you can't hurt it. You just can't hurt it. All you're doing is adding a little bit of paint, and if you add a little bit more paint, you're making the truck last just a little bit longer. That kind of, when I get Penetrol on it, this will all look pretty, in my opinion, look pretty natural. Sorry guys, I'm kind of dodging a sweat bee here that's trying to get on me. Oh yeah, okay, I got to get some on the bottom here. Let me finish the top here. Hope I'm not boring you to death and just showing you what I'm doing. See, that's a real dent, so that's perfect. Hope I'm showing you what I'm doing. I get carried away sometimes concentrating on what try this other one just for kicks. This might be a little bit more aggressive, I don't know. I just went in the garage and there was two of them sitting there waiting for me to pick them up, so I did. Doesn't have to be perfect. There's no rhyme or reason. Except I'm a nut. I've been told that by more than one person. But that's okay. Oh yeah. I kind of put a little bit on this handle. I'm wanting it to look like the, you know, it's had some paint chips and stuff. I don't know the reason why. I don't know the reason why someone would have repainted the bed unless it was, could have come off another truck. Like I said, these old trucks have a story to tell, and you just gotta, when you start rubbing on them, and when the camera's off here, the phone, I'm not videoing, talking to it, that's a sign I'm a nut, isn't it? But no, I mean, you kind of read the story. See, I might have showed y'all this before. I think this tailgate used to have a pinstripe. That's okay, I'm gonna leave it right there. Let's see. I'm trying to get back here. If I was to see this, I mean, it looks natural to me. There's not a whole lot to do on it. I mean, I'm not gonna go, I have a tendency of going overboard, so I have to be real careful. Let me do this real quick. If there's anybody even watching the video after I've done all this. Good enough. Perfect. By the time Penetrol gets on here, all this will be real shiny. It'll look good. My opinion. My opinion. Okay, what I know I done something else on the, oh. Okay, the rest of it's kind of scratches, and that's okay. Oh, I like that. Did you see what just happened? See that bare metal? Isn't that cool? That's really cool. This is the door that I bought off that truck a few counties away from me that was on Marketplace. Bought the fenders and this door. I was wanting to buy, excuse me, I was wanting to buy the other door too, but I just didn't have the money. So if you watch the video of us giving this thing a wash, a few videos back, I don't know when you're seeing this one, but anyway, I was wanting to get the other door, like I said, but all this stuff was white, and I was wanting everything so bad, but the guy was selling stuff, and I asked him, if I remember right, I asked him, could he hang on to the door for another day or something, till, I think I got this on the weekend, like on a Sunday or something, or Monday, I'm not sure. One day of the week, let's just leave it at that, I'm not sure. Anyway, somebody else, as soon as I left from buying the fenders, the door, And seemed like there's some more stuff I bought. Anyway, somebody just went and bought the whole kit and caboodle, so I didn't get the driver's side door. That's my whole point. So anyway, I got this door, and if you look at the other video, like I said, where I'm washing this thing, my wife included a couple of pictures of this old truck with the original panels on it. And there wasn't an original, I mean, there wasn't a straight panel on this truck. It was beat all the pieces. And anyway, I needed this door worse than I needed the driver's side door, so that's why I got this. But anyway, it all worked out good. Got this hood at the junkyard, as I've said, and don't mean to repeat myself all the time, but I know I've told you this truck's a 78. It's got a 79 hood on it, but I don't care. It's fine. It works. It goes along with the truck. It's white, and it looks like it matches the truck pretty good. So anyway, I'm going to continue on. I know this video is getting quite long, and I'm going to stop right here with y'all and let y'all take a break from me. So if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, I sure would be grateful. You're watching Primer at Its Best. I'm going to keep working here a little bit longer, at least till my wife gets back home, and maybe I can start on this another day when it's just a little bit cooler. It feels like it's going to rain, and golly, it is humid. Oh man, I like that right there. That's good. Let me try this real quick. Golly, that hood's hot. Oh man, look at that. Might have to get my Q-tip and go over that just a little bit in a few spots and make a little bit of it darker. Anyway, you kind of get the gist of it. You either like this kind of stuff or you don't, and that's okay if you don't. It's great if you do. If you don't, that's okay too. I appreciate y'all watching. I'm trying not to bore you to death. I don't mean to make my videos long, but sometimes they turn out that way because I feel like y'all are my friends and you're just hanging out with me. Maybe you're unable to talk because I'm talking so much. That's a good possibility. You're watching Primer at Its Best. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel and keep up with this old truck and the 75 C10 truck Sky, the 78 GMC truck goes by the name of Shannon, and of course the 78 C10 truck here, Billy James, and old Sam here, 88, first year of OBS. That's the reason I was kind of interested in it. I got this from GM Tim 38 too. I seem to wind up with a lot of his stuff. Everything he does I like, and somehow I finagle around and wind up with it. So it is what it is. And my other truck, it's at Gas X Chop Shop with Tim Dixon. Left Turn Bill. I don't know what day you're watching this video, but he said he should be starting on Left Turn Bill and finishing it up with if there's no hiccups in 2 days. He's got something in the shop. He said he should be done in 2 days, and Left Turn Bill will be going in. And Tim's pretty quick. I mean, Tim does this stuff all the time. He's got a lot of square bodies himself, and he can put cab corners in, rockers and stuff. I mean, just blink, 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 and it's done. So, I mean, he's done it so much. You know, it's kind of like if you do a job all the time, I mean, you get good at it. You know shortcuts, you know where to set your welder, all that kind of stuff. You know the heat and how much wire speed, stuff like that. So he knows what he's doing, and he can kind of zip something through and be done in just a little bit, you know, in a reasonable amount of time. Anyway, be sure to check him out, Gas X Chop Shop. He's on Facebook, Gas X Chop Shop. Axe is spelled A-X-E, and you can see, if you scroll down, scroll on Facebook, when you get the Gas X Chop Shop, you'll see some of my old trucks in there. Some of them I no longer have anymore. So if you're interested, You can scroll through there and you can see Tim's a master fabricator, welder, all that stuff. So I trust that left turn bill along with my other trucks. I think he's worked on 13 of my trucks I've had in the last few years, and a lot of them's gone bye-bye to new homes. I don't ever intend on selling anything, but it just seems like it works out that way. Anyway, you be sure to check him out and leave a comment, say you heard about him from Primer Is Best. And that's what you're watching right now on YouTube, Primer Is Best. If you would subscribe, leave me a comment, let me know you're on board with me. I sure would be grateful. Y'all are all my friends. I got a second YouTube channel called Man on a Budget, and I'm on Instagram, Man on a Budget 1. So I like making new friends, and I hope you feel the same way. And I appreciate y'all listening to me ramble on about an old truck. Y'all have a blessed day. The Lord is in charge, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Stay safe. God bless each and every one of y'all. I'll see y'all later, okay?